This video will show you how you can use the Peel Newsfeed to conduct a Twitter-like conversation, but that is only viewable to teachers in Peel and yet still maintains many of the functionality that you would see on Twitter. The easiest way to access the newsfeed is by clicking My Newsfeed from your SharePoint My Site page. From here, you would see a list of all of the items and people that you are following. If you're following people, then their status updates would show up in this column. The same is true for changes to sites or documents or tags. For today, I could put a simple test post. This is a test. Hello world. And you can see here that my post is added into my newsfeed. If I click on the Everyone tab, then I'll see everything that people from around Peel have been posting. The Following tab only isolates the items and the people that I have chosen to follow. What's additionally interesting about the newsfeed is I can use hashtags in the same way I would on Twitter. So let's try this one out. Learning new things. Hashtag S_by_S_Peel, which is the hashtag used on Twitter for side by side and tip. You'll notice here that it has been bolded in my newsfeed as a post that I just made, and I can actually highlight it and click on it. When I do that, it's actually going to filter out everything from all of the newsfeed posts around Peel to show me who else has been using it. Clearly, I'm the only one that's been using it in the newsfeed, which is why there are no other information about it. However, the important thing to do is to click follow. And that means that anytime somebody does actually post to the newsfeed using S_by_S_Peel, I will have to go searching for it. It will automatically be aggregated into my newsfeed. So this is the most important thing about having a conversation on the newsfeed, is that with the group of people that you are choosing to have a conversation with, that you would make a decision around what hashtag you're going to use. And that simply means that every post that every person makes needs to include the hashtag. And when that is done, then every post that people make will automatically be pulled into your newsfeed so you can read the updates. If someone has said something particularly interesting, you have the opportunity to like it or to reply to it. And you could type something right underneath. You'll also see in the newsfeed from any of these posts that there's the opportunity to upload a picture. If you are on a mobile device, then it'll let you take a picture right from the device. And if you're on your home computer, then it'll ask you where you want to upload that photo from. One of the best features about using Newsfeed is that it also makes it fairly easy for you to share files. So for example, if you were having a conversation about rubrics and you wanted to post your rubric for everyone to see, then it would be useful for going over into the SkyDrive. And all of these documents are private to you, so I would actually encourage you to simply use the folder called Shared with Everyone, because anything you put into that folder is automatically shared with everybody in Peel, meaning that they can access it. So because this document library is shared with everyone in Peel, then when I post it to my newsfeed, I know that every participant will be able to open it. If instead I were only going to post a file from my private space, then some people may be able to open it if I've granted them access, but most people probably won't be able to open it because they wouldn't have access. So let's go into Shared with Everyone once again. And here's an example of a PowerPoint that I've uploaded. And when I click on the three dots, I'm presented with this link. Okay, this link is critically important because all I need to do now is to copy that link. I'm going to go back to my newsfeed and I'm going to say, here is a PowerPoint I made. I'll put in the hashtag S_by_S_Peel, and I'll even insert the link directly by pasting the link. You'll notice that it recognizes that it's a link to a document, and it's telling me this is the link to the document, but what do you want it to look like in your newsfeed? And I can actually change this to say something like death by PowerPoint, and I post it. Okay, so you can see here's a PowerPoint I made, I've put in the hashtag, and they get a direct link to the document. So either clicking here or here simply means that they can open the file directly and view it. It's also pretty cool if you click on the preview button that it'll show them a small preview right inside the newsfeed. So if that was an example of a document you wanted to share with rubrics, then people wouldn't actually have to leave the newsfeed in order to see those documents, to like those documents, and then maybe even to comment on it. So that was a quick introduction to the news feed. If you were going to use this for a discussion, the number one important thing to do is to negotiate ahead of time what the hashtag will be for the conversation, and to make sure that you have chosen to follow that hashtag. The easiest way to doing that is to click on the hashtag that you see somebody posting and choose to follow it. Alternatively, if you go down to tags over here, this will show you a list of the tags that you're following, and you could add another one in here, for example, hashtag ICPEAL, which is often used by the instructional coaches. So I hope that's been a useful introduction to you, and best of luck as you continue your online learning.